Hello, everyone. My name is Sterling Clinton Spellman, founder of Spice Up Your Life, co-founder of the Salad Man and Juice Bar food truck, and also the co-creator of the Dream Away Create Your Vision movement.
Hi, I'm Elkie Clinton. I am the creator of Savvy Moms Unite, as well as the co-creator of Dream Awake Create Your Vision movement.
Yeah, so today's the first day, you've been seeing all of our postings, for our 10-day Dream Awake challenge. We created this challenge because we know many women need to be encouraged. They need to be stretched because they have a lot of dreams they've put on hold for various reasons, and we are not exempt to that. We are real women who have experienced a lot of things, good and bad, and we want to share. That's part of our gift, is to share with other women what it means to dream awake. Okay, it's a big difference between when you dream at night and you have all these fabulous dreams about owning the best and biggest house, or being the greatest dancer, or being the best speaker, owning your own business. We all have those dreams at night, right? But when you try to dream awake, what do people call you? When you try to follow your dreams in life, real life, in your conscious life, right? Many people say it's a bad thing. And they say, oh, that she's a dreamer, or he's a dreamer, or he has a lot of pipe dreams. But I'm here to tell you today that dreamers are amazing people. God put dreamers here to encourage other people to live their best life. So through this 10-day challenge, which is going to lead up to our live event on August 2nd, we are going to encourage you each day and give you a challenge. And remember, challenges are to stretch you. They're only here to stretch you in life. So what we're going to do each day, we're going to give you one assignment for you to tackle. Okay? One thing for you to think about during that day. And we were going to get into this later, but I think I'm going to tell you now so you can start thinking about it. Even pause the video and go and find a book or something, like a journal, for you to write in. We really want you to write. A lot of people take notes on their iPads or cell phones, but I really want you to get something where you can write down, even if it's little note cards or something. Okay? But for you to put pen to paper, that's a different process than, typing on a computer. Mm-hmm. I want you to really write down each day something that is going to challenge you. We're going to give you the different prompts. But before we get into that, we want to talk a little bit about what does it mean to be sleeping on your dreams, and are you even sleeping on your dreams? Okay, so Elkie, go ahead and tell us a little bit about your story.
All right, so I got into some detail on our video where we introduced our ebook about what was going on in my life. So just some back context to that story.
Yes.
So I was 29 years old. My daughter was about 3 years old. I'd been at a job where I wasn't making much. I was making about $28,000 a year. And here I am, I have to feed 2 mouths. I couldn't afford to live anywhere else. I had to live at home. I wasn't able to afford daycare. I was barely making it. Truly barely making it. Putting gas in my car was a feat. So in order for me to just maintain, I had to cut back on certain things. So it meant me and her had to share a bed. She didn't have her own room. She didn't have her own bed. It meant not paying rent to my parents, which was hard. It meant, just doing the best I could given whatever I had. And I lived paycheck to paycheck, and not only paycheck to paycheck, because I know a lot of people know what that feels like. In this day and age, it's so easy to do. But I was also living off of my overdraft fees. So at the time when the banks were enrolling people into this program where literally you could keep swiping your card and they pay it, you just pay it back whenever you had money deposited into your account. Well, that's what I was doing until the next month when I got paid. I remember having over $500 in overdraft fees, which is insane, but that's what I was doing to make ends meet. And really struggling, really not having a clue how I was going to get out of my situation. And so one day I said, I'm not going to meet my 35th birthday in my situation. And this didn't take until I was 38 31 years old, 31 going on 32. I said, I'm not going to keep living like this. I'm not going to continue to wake up and feel bad for myself and feel bad that I'm not being the kind of parent I want to be. So I'm going to make a change. So I actually did this. I started to read a devotional, a spiritual devotional, and I journaled all the things that I wanted out of my life by 35. I didn't want to stay in my parents' home. I said I had to be in my own place by my 35th birthday. I knew that I needed to also provide for my daughter in a different way. I wanted her to be in a nice school. So it's either that I was going to put her in a private school, or we're going to move somewhere where we would be in a city where they had good school systems. I also wanted a different car. I wanted to be able to live and have money and savings. I knew they were, and it was very specific. I was like, if I'm going to pray for these things, it has to be so it has to be so clear and so clear in my mind that I don't have to question it. And I did all those things. I also losing weight was another thing. So I lost weight. I got a job where I was able to move out. I moved out about 3 years ago now. I live in Mass. Adriana has her own room. She even had, in my first apartment, she had her own bathroom. Can you imagine how blessed we were? She had her own bathroom.
Talk about dreaming awake.
Dreaming awake, her own bed. And I will tell you, this bed didn't, I'm saying this because, you know, when you pray to God for something and you ask Him truly out of the goodness of your heart and you're sincere about it, you will get it and then some. I didn't even have to pay for her first bed. It was given to me by a family that I worked with. They had an extra bed and they just didn't need it anymore, and they gave it to me, a bed frame. All I needed to do was get a mattress. Can you imagine? Something I didn't have 3-4 years ago was given to me out of the goodness of someone else's heart. So I'm happy. I'm feeling blessed. I'm even now reaching further. I've got my master's in the process. Something that I always wanted to do, I put on hold when I had my child. And she inspired me to want to do it. And I did it while trying to raise her, while moving to another state. I did all this with also the blessing of my family. I can't deny that. I had a really strong foundation that really helped supported me throughout that process and really made a difference in my life. And I can't say how really focusing and really stretching yourself to think beyond what you thought you could ever be and making that possible in journaling. I journaled that whole year that I was fasting and I was praying. I said, God, I want these things out of my life and you're going to give it to me. And He gave it to me and then some. I can't even thank Him enough for what He's done in my life.
Thank you so much for sharing that. One of the things when I hear Elke's story, I'm reminded that your mindset has to change when it comes to dreaming awake.
Yeah.
So a lot of times when when we're thinking about our dreams, we have a lot of blocks in our mind. We start saying, I don't deserve this. Why do I need this? And that's actually going to be one of our topics, I believe on Wednesday. That's thinking, putting barriers up for yourself. So the reality is, and people think I'm crazy when I say this, but the reality is you can literally create, okay? You, me, her. You literally can create the life of your dreams by simply dreaming awake, having the audacity to believe that the things you want for your life can happen, okay? There's so many studies out there for all the people who's like, I need my facts. I need this and that. First of all, we're believers.
Yes.
And God tells us that He's going to give us whatever we ask for. Ask and you will receive. But for the scientific people out there, there's studies that show that you manifest what you think.
Absolutely.
Okay? So what you think about all day long is what is going to happen. What you think about at night, which is actually is your subconscious mind, okay, at night. But it's for real, okay? What you think about will be. So when we think about the whole concept of dreaming awake, we want you, for this first day, your first challenge. Once again, remember pen to paper. I know technology and everything, but pen to paper, because there's a process that happens, all right? Pen to paper. I want you to write down what are some of those dreams that you've put on hold, okay? Just jot down what are some of those dreams that you've put on hold, okay? Remember, pen to paper. So, before we go, we want to remind you that you still can purchase your tickets for our event up there, okay? It's August 2nd, the Dream Awake, Create Your Vision live women's event. We have Miss Precious Williams from Brooklyn, New York.
Yes.
Lawyer, speaker, perfect pitch, company owner, author. She was going
What
to
else?
be
What
here.
else? What else?
I know, she's just amazing. Curvy Girl
phenomenal.
lingerie owner is going to be here to inspire you. Her story is so powerful. When I met Precious last year at the Get Radical conference, I was like, I'm going to work with this girl. And we became friends since then. I'm so proud to bring her here to Providence, Rhode Island. You'll get to hear from her on one of our challenge days. She's going to be, giving you your challenge. But tickets are still available. Please reach out to us. This video, share with your girlfriends. And then tell them to join the group, because we're going to be posting the video in the Dream Awake, Create Your Vision movement group. All right? This is a movement. If you know what a movement is shared relationship of people trying to reach to one goal. And our goal is for women to begin to start dreaming awake, because too many of us put our lives on hold. Too many of us are building someone else's dream and doing all these crazy things, and we're afraid and we're afraid and we're afraid. Okay? But we can do it. You can create your dream. You can dream awake. So once again, your challenge for today, day 1, is to write down what are some of the dreams you've put on hold. Okay? And we're going to address that throughout the week. So day 1, write down what are some of the dreams you put on hold. Love ya. Don't forget, join the movement.
Yep, absolutely.